Hi, I'm Dr. Gabrielle Francis, and welcome to my final video in the Empowered Menopause series. In this video, we're going beyond the physical and into the emotional and spiritual changes that happen during perimenopause and menopause. We're actually going through an archetypal shift from what I call the caregiver to the queen. It's not the end of anything, it's actually a rebirth. And you're going to love learning about all the changes that are happening and how you can navigate this time with grace, power, and ease. So I look forward to being on this adventure with you. Thank you for sharing your journey with me. Let's do it. Perhaps my favorite topic when talking about perimenopause and menopause is this shift in archetypes from the archetype of the mother to the archetype of the queen. Okay? And this is something that I love sharing with people because it's very empowering and it makes you look forward to what's coming. So let me explain it, but we're going through an archetypal shift in body, mind, and spirit. Under the age of 40, a woman's hormones, estrogen and progesterone, are very high, and their FSH and LH are low. And this wires her to mother. Estrogen and progesterone wire you to give, and get nothing back. They wire you to put everybody's needs before your own. They wire you to have your identity be based on who you care for, who you love, who you take care of. And when a woman's hormones are very high, it's very easy for her to put herself last and her needs last because she is wired to mother and give. And whether you have kids or not, you're looking for people to take care of, looking for people who need you. Now, when a woman's moved into menopause, usually over the age of 50, her FSH and LH are extremely high, and her estrogen and progesterone are very low, just 20% of what they were before. So her mother hormones have dropped considerably, and those brain hormones, FSH and LH, I like to call those the queen hormones. Those hormones wire you for your spirituality and your creativity. So a woman who's fully in menopause, she can't give and get anything back. And she's in a very spiritual and creative place. That's part of why she wants that time alone. Her identity is much more based on her own needs and what she wants from life, and she's often thinking about her legacy. How can I make the world a better place and have more fun myself? What am I leaving on this earth? So women in menopause are in that kind of queen mode. They don't care what people think about them anymore. They're very free-spirited. And I think I mentioned before that a woman in menopause is wired like a 7 or 8-year-old girl. So she becomes very playful, free-spirited, and carefree. Okay? Now, the time between 40 and 50, when you're in perimenopause, there's this dance between the mother and the queen archetype. And this dance is happening biologically, emotionally, and spiritually. So the hormone levels are fluctuating. One day you're wired like the mother, the next day like the queen. And what we'll see in perimenopause is that women often feel like they're completely psycho, like they're two people. One day they're give, what do you need, what do you need? The other day they're like, leave me alone, do it yourself, I need to be on, my own place. Women in perimenopause are really going through this dance between the two. They can see this new archetype coming in. They're starting to feel this kind of sense of the queen, and I want my life to be like this, and I want to start doing more for myself, and I want to start thinking about my legacy. Because the queen, she's still a mother, but she's the mother of the world, and so she is thinking, how can I make the world a better place and have more fun myself? So this, in your 40s, you're starting to kind of have that desire of the queen coming in, but you're still kind of trapped in that world of the mother where you've created this kind of system where everybody kind of needs you all the time. And so what you'll see in the 40s is a lot of frustration for women. They don't understand that their hormones are dictating how they're feeling emotionally and spiritually. And ultimately, what's happening in perimenopause is a death and a rebirth. There's this death of this old archetype and this rebirth of this new archetype. And it can be a very difficult time because your hormones are fluctuating and your desires and needs are changing. And the people around you don't understand what's going on. They see that you're acting different. They see that things that you always used to do, now you're not so happy to do them anymore. And they can often take things wrong. So this can really be a challenging time in relationships. I always explain to women as they're moving into their 40s is, in order to get through this time in a sane way and maintain your relationships, you have to renegotiate your contracts, okay? So whether it's with friends, partners, children, or people at work, you have to tell them that I am changing and I'm becoming a queen. And this way that we've had it set up before, where I give, and don't get anything back, that doesn't really work for me anymore. And so I tell people it's time to renegotiate your contracts with you. Because if relationships are going to last with you as you move into your queen time, they have to be renegotiated because you have become a different person. So in your 40s, you're on that transition, that death and rebirth. I find it sad for a lot of women because I really feel that this is a time where we need to have a ritual, a transition ritual, either that we do alone or with our sisters. And so if this is something that you feel compelled to do and inspired to do, either alone or with your friends, but really take time out to create a ritual or a rite of passage, because you're going through one of the most powerful transformations of your life. You're transitioning from the archetype of the mother to the queen. So what are things we can do to navigate this archetype shift from the mother to the queen? I think that one of the most important things that we can do is create space for yourself every day, because that queen needs a lot of time alone. So that time for your spirituality and your creativity. Second of all, you have to have patience with yourself and understand that what you're going through is totally normal. Third, you need to actually be physically balanced. Many women are going through this transition, but they're out of balance physically, and that affects them emotionally and spiritually. So make sure you're working with a naturopath, integrative practitioner, or a functional medicine doctor to help you navigate the hormone changes and the body changes with grace and ease. It's important also that you learn how to communicate with your partner, your friends, your family, your children, and the people you work with about this transition that you're going through. And that you can communicate with them that this is a time of change. It doesn't mean I don't care or love for you, but I am really becoming a new person. And I really think it's beautiful if women come together to create community and ritual around this transition. And if you can't, do it on your own. But do remember, this is one of the most powerful times of your life, and it's one of the most beautiful times of your life. But it can also be very difficult because there is a part of yourself that's kind of dying and changing, and this new person is being reborn. And you get to create that new person. And it's a very, very important time to be in balance, body, mind, and spirit, and to make sure you have the support system of doctors, friends, and family as you're on this amazing adventure from the archetype of the mother to the queen. As we've talked about before, the journey from the archetype of the mother to the queen really changes your hormones in a different way. Your estrogen and progesterone are going down, your FSH and LH are going up, and you're shifting from that mother to the queen archetype, which basically means that our relationships are all going to start changing. I call this, we need to balance the relationship we have between me and we, okay? And this is a time where women start needing more me time, more time to do things for myself and putting myself first. And less we, meaning give, get nothing back, and doing everything for everybody at the cost of ourselves. One of the most important things you can do during this time is to really stay in close communication with your partners, your family, your friends, your kids, the people you work with, because you really are changing, and letting people know what you're going through and that the time you're taking for yourself to make yourself better and healthier, and the time that you need alone so that you can get those creative and spiritual downloads are very important to you feeling balanced. And it's not anything personal against them. And so many times our family and friends take it as that we don't love them anymore, we don't care about them anymore, because they don't understand what's happening to you is really this transformation. And that transformation is physical, but it is affecting you emotionally and spiritually. You're becoming a different person, and they see that sometimes more than you do. So it's important for you to understand those changes you're going through, make space for the queen, give her time that she needs, but still stay close to that mother archetype, because you do have people that have a relationship set up with you where they really need attention and love, and we have to be able to balance that. Because if we don't, we'll feel bitter, resentful, and worn out, okay? So we want these relationships to be able to navigate and move through that transition with us. And they're going to be so much happier if they understand what you're going through. And you're going to be happier understanding what you're going through and being able to communicate that with people. So be gentle, go easy, and come at a place of love and understanding, and it's going to be great. You are navigating this time. There's a change in, I say you have to renegotiate your contracts with people. But the people who are supposed to come along with you on your second phase of the journey are going to be there, and they're going to be supportive if they understand what you're going through and ways that they can help support you during that time. So get ready. You're all becoming queenagers. And we want all of your friends and family and workers to be part of that journey with you. Thank you so much for joining me on your journey through empowered menopause. I hope you're feeling much more informed, supported, and inspired to embrace this transition with confidence and clarity. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can continue to get all the videos in this series, where we will continue to explore powerful and meaningful ways to empower you on the midlife transition and beyond. Your transformation is just beginning, and I'm honored to walk this path with you. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.